We've talked about your journey to music so far with Seafoam, Nuttertut, your own brand, and Optimistical. What's been the greatest obstacle you've had to overcome so far, and how did you overcome that obstacle?
I'm my biggest obstacle all the time. For me personally, it comes down to like motivation. I struggle with motivation. I'm like an artist, truly, and I like to create when I feel inspired, and pushing myself to create when not inspired is something I'm really proud of. Like, it is an achievement that I've gotten, but nothing hits like when you have the motivation to get up and go do it. And that's just something I always just struggled with, getting out of bed. I don't like moving. I like smoking. I give you 110% when I'm on stage and shit, and when I'm behind that mic. But getting to that mic has always just been like difficult for me. I love it. I love making music. I love performing in front of people, but I've never been like a hustler. I've had to learn from that. I've had to surround myself with people who are hustlers like yourself and Finch, everybody, or that's at least what it feels like. That's also, my brain doing that to me, that imposter syndrome type shit. Because believe it or not, I am out here working as much as I'm telling you I'm not fucking motivated and shit. Like, no, we we are out here doing stuff like a lot. Just telling yourself that you're gonna be okay, that you don't need to fucking rush everything, that like your time actually like matters, but not in the way that you think it is. Like, it's not just running out on you. It's there for you to like do something with it. So it's always just been me, it's always come from like inside my imposter syndrome. I'm doing shit that I would look at 3 or 4 years ago and like my jaw would drop to the floor about it. And I know there's people out there who like look at the shit I'm doing and they're just like how I was 4 or 5 years ago. Their jaws drop to the floor about it. And to me, it's like, this is Tuesday. I'm trying to get to Saturday. Like, I got some cool shit going on. So like, I, that imposter syndrome shit, it always like hits, and that's something I've always kind of had to take a step back about. My not being a hustler has always been a thing I've felt I needed to remedy. Yeah, it's always just been me, even down to like my voice on the mic, a lot different, or I come
Yeah.
with a lot of different tones and stuff because I hated how I sounded on the mic, and I needed to fix that. But without doing that, without spending that time in the studio, I wouldn't have been able to be the artist that I am. So yeah, my biggest obstacle is always me. I've never had too much of like a hater in the way, somebody trying to block my shine or anything like that. I'm very loose with my shine anyway. If you want some of it too, you can have some shine too. I mean, I guess I'm a black man in America, so there's like some default barriers there as well. But just as far as like the music and the getting to where I'm at now, and what was the hardest part, the hardest part was me, and reconciling that I'm like good enough to be doing this, and that yeah, sometimes I need to like shake my ass and get a move on so I can keep it up.
Yeah, what are the ways that you do to basically overcome your greatest obstacle yourself?
I experiment with myself a lot, right? And I take like different approaches on shit. This last year or so, I've been trying to like really hunker in with my meditation and my reading and keeping my space clean. But like in the years prior, like when I was caught up, I just needed to sit down and draw something. A few years prior to that, I needed to play an internet game like when flash games were hot. Like, I don't know. Whenever there's like a block, right, I do feel like I need to take a step back. And sometimes that step back isn't like a 20-minute jump. Sometimes like you do need to hunker down with your meditation for like a week or two. Um, or like you do need to like take a look around and positively affirm for yourself, like, damn, I made this shit. Like, I'm doing this shit.
The way you overcome your biggest obstacle, which is yourself, is by experimenting in what ways you can do that. And your
Yeah, yeah,
examples are meditation, gratitude,
yeah.
to, I
I'm
don't
still
know,
growing. I
cold
don't
showers
know.
apparently now. So
Yeah, there's not one fix for me, right? It's like to get me motivated. Sometimes it just fucking happens. I'm just watching a music video and I'm like, oh my God, why didn't I make that shit? I should have made that shit. It was right there. There is no one solution. I always try to like mix it up. But I think the best way to like defeat me is for me to just get out of my own way and just do something different. That's not the goal. Kind of resets your brain, kind of helps you just like remind yourself that there's other things. So yeah, I'll try to like meditate or read or fucking play a video game, or watch a bunch of music videos. And that's what I'm doing now. You know, in 5 years, I don't know what's gonna motivate me. I could have a lot more money. I'll be like, damn, I'll need to go like jet ski right now in order to get that motivation. It could be anything. Don't be afraid to try shit to like boost your creative self. I think that's the thing, really. Drink more water.
Put more water on the roots. Hey.